But I want to ask, how many of you have ever been in a situation where you desperately wanted to help someone, to see them healed, to see them recover, but you felt like you wanted it more than they did? This one time I want to share a story about this woman that I met. Her life was a mess. Okay, she was in active addiction. She had lost her kids. She was in and out of jail. And the way that we met was so clearly from God, I decided it must be my responsibility to help her. So I contacted one of the faith-based rehabs that I so deeply love, and they agreed to give her a bed. So I called her, and I texted her, and I started encouraging her, and I offered to pick her up and bring her, and she said, okay, I'll go. And then she didn't go. And she'd make excuses, but I thought, I'm not giving up. So I kept harassing her, and she kept doing the same thing again and again and again. And in between, she'd blow me off for weeks at a time. So, 3 times she made the commitment to go to rehab and didn't show up. So I started to get frustrated, and I so badly wanted to help her, and I didn't understand why she wouldn't just take my help. I thought, why can't she just give up the drugs, right? I felt like there was nothing in her life stopping her from taking this step, and I didn't understand why she couldn't just take it. So one day, she was picked up for a probation violation, and I called her probation officer. And I said, would you consider remanding her to a 12-month program? And the probation officer said, absolutely not. I'm recommending that she serve her time in jail. And I asked her again. This time I said, please, would you consider this? And this woman said, no, I will not consider making this recommendation. She has screwed up too many times, and I'm not interested in working with her. And I just couldn't bring myself to hang up the phone. I just couldn't. So I prayed and I said, Lord, give me favor. And I asked her one more time. And this time I said, listen, officer, this woman, she only knows drugs. Every person she has ever met in her life does drugs. She deserves an opportunity to get clean and get her kids back. And the response was not what I expected. The officer was appalled. And she said, excuse me, there is no way this woman should get her kids back. And I said, no, I don't mean right now. But if you have her remanded to a 12-month program, I teach there. And I will walk with her, and I will guide her, and I will help her. And one day, we can see her get her kids back. And I believe that if you give this woman a chance in 2 years, you are going to show up at Celebrate Recovery and hand her her 2-year chip. And the officer said, okay, I'm going to make that recommendation.